Michael, the constant growing influence of India in Afghanistan, do you think that it would increase or it will go to downside after the recent diplomatic contracts between America and India?
Well, you know, I look at one of the biggest geopolitical changes in South Asia over the last few years, and that is this growing relationship between India's government and the Taliban. You know, as you know, Pakistan began its airstrikes in Afghanistan at the very moment when the Taliban foreign minister was in India. And so India clearly wants to build up this relationship with the Taliban, in part to capitalize on the tensions between the Taliban and Pakistan. Afghanistan has long been a battlefield for India-Pakistan competition, and I think India wants to be able to maintain this presence that it has had, this, not presence, well, presence and also influence in Afghanistan. India, of course, had very close ties with the non-Taliban governments in Afghanistan during the war years, and it wants to maintain that influence. And obviously, if it's engaging with the Taliban, it now has its embassy reopened there. That's something that, you know, would certainly reflect, that would benefit India's strategic interests, and certainly it would be something of concern for Pakistan.
Michael, there are also reports coming in that Afghanistan is considering constructing dams on the Kunar and Kabul rivers, which could potentially impact Pakistan's agriculture. Do you see the possibility of dialogue or an agreement on this issue as well? Because when I spoke to the concern, they said that at this very moment it is not on the table, neither from any side.
So I mean, we're talking about a lot of, you know, sort of problematic things. Here, I would not overstate this issue in terms of the concern it could mean for Pakistan for two reasons. One, I don't know if the Taliban have the capacity to build large dams that could cut water flows off into Pakistan. That's the first issue. And secondly, Pakistan, it relies on the water from the Kabul River, but it really is a relatively low percentage. You know, in terms of Pakistan's water needs, water consumption, a relatively small amount comes from resources in the Kabul River. This is why India's decision to suspend the Indus Waters Treaty is much more consequential for Pakistan, because Pakistan is much more heavily reliant on water resources from the Indus and its tributaries than the Kabul River. So here I think that this is just another case of the Taliban trying to pressure the Pakistanis, trying to make them feel uncomfortable, but I don't think that this is a viable threat that the Taliban have put out there.
सब्सक्राइब करें और बेल दबाएं ताकि कोई खबर रह न जाए।